So today is Sunday. That is how many days? It's a week and a half. So it's Thursday the 4th. So 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So today is Sunday 14 September, I believe. And it's now been 10 days since the operation. I got some video inside the hospital. So this is when I just got back to the ward. Let me just talk you through it though. Like I said, if you're not having a knee operation, this will be completely meaningless, and I suggest you go and watch something else. But if you are having a knee operation, you know, you might want to just follow me on this particular adventure. On the 4th, I went in there at 11 o'clock as planned. They go through a few things with you, and then they stab you in the back with an epidural. Now that almost immediately takes effect and numbs you pretty well from here down. And then they wheel you into the operating theatre, and from there on in you basically just doze off. So they give you something that's pretty potent. So while you're kind of lying there, probably sort of really just dreaming, I kept seeing these sort of cloaks over my face, so I'm guessing they throw stuff over your head. But I was really unaware of anything other than a bit of pushing and shoving and kind of activity back there behind this cloak. The next thing, of course, you're being wheeled back out again, and they say everything's good, and off you go, and you end up pretty well going straight back to the ward. It's about 5 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. I'm just in recovery, or on the ward actually, recovering. And right now I can't move my legs at all. Still no pain at all at the moment because I'm still paralysed from the waist down. I did have an epidural. Then that night you start to get a little bit of movement back. And the following day, begin to think that in fact it's nowhere near as painful as you expected it should be, or maybe the surgeon did a particularly good job, or you were fortunate and you got by without any pain. But that's a temporary. So it's about 7 o'clock the following day, so about 18 hours after the op, and 12 hours since I came on the ward, and a terrible night's sleep really, but I think it's because I'm not much good sleeping on my back. But I haven't used that pain thing, so I suppose the best is yet to come when the physio arrives, but so far so good. The doctors have just done their rounds, and well, I was congratulating them on giving me no pain. They said, well, that's still to arrive. Apparently the epidural that I had yesterday included a pain block in 24 hours, so still to come. And then the pain arrives, and it is pretty painful. And in a way, because it's now been over a week since I arrived back on the ward, I can kind of understand that whole thing about regretting having the procedure, but I'll talk about that a bit more in a minute. So anyway, that was Friday. Saturday I spent on the ward, Sunday likewise, and then Monday they pretty well said, well, you're ready to go. There's a couple of requirements, and one is, first of all, that you can straighten your leg, and the second is that you can bend your leg to around about 90 degrees. So, you know, by that I mean, and I'll show you with the other leg, so straighten your leg, like so, and then bend it to 90 degrees. Now, I don't think I ever quite hit perfectly straight or perfectly bent, but I think it's kind of good enough as long as you're making some effort. to follow the instructions. It is important that you continue to do those exercises that they give you, you know, such as the, you know, wiggling your toes and all of that kind of stuff, because those are the things that if you sit for a long period of time, as I did at one stage, and don't move, then you kind of stiffen up or lock into that position, and then it's really quite painful when you start moving. Now, regarding the regretting having the procedure done, it's pretty well as I said, that all of it is painful. It really is. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not unmanageable, because they do give you stuff that will help with it, you know, such as Panadol and Endone and some other drug like ibuprofen or something like that. But nevertheless, you can always feel pain. And I came home on the Monday and had been pretty well confined to bed, other than getting up and wandering about a bit as I have been today. But resting up, lying on my back, is really the most comfortable. And then I did go for a few walks around the house, just around the perimeter a few times, you know, just to improve that walking. Crutches is not easy, as you saw. You can't carry anything when you've got crutches on, and so you have to try and carry something with the good hand, as in good leg, and then hop along without putting too much stress on your bad leg. This Thursday coming, so that's the 18th, I have a follow-up appointment at the hospital, and that is to have the dressing removed, presumably, and replaced. But it's a waterproof dressing, so you can still continue to have a shower and not worry at all about the bandage getting wet. It is a load on other people, so I don't think anyone could ever actually manage to do it by themselves, given that getting yourself in and out of bed is not even easy at the start. But after a while you do learn to be able to swing your legs in, and the pain recedes, you know. So now, a week and a half in, it's less painful climbing in and out of bed. Sleeping has been okay, but, you know, obviously I think you wake frequently during the night, because if you bang your knee or it starts to ache, you wake up. Anyway, that's part 2. I'll give you an update after I've been back to the doc on Thursday the 18th. And in the meantime, keep on trucking on.